Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome to it. This is the Culinary Hotline Bling! Ting! Welcome to it. This morning we are absolutely thrilled to have Kaylah from Rapt back in the kitchen and back by popular demand because everybody, I think, lost their minds when they came through the first time. Now, she's here to share some of her latest exclusive recipes from cosmic bean bars and cake cracks, well, crack cakes, to delicious sugar-free chocolate bars. I know Carlitos definitely had dibs on that for sure, but we're going to be sharing it with you this morning. So whether you are looking for something indulgent or maybe even a healthier option, Kaylah's got all the goods, something for everybody. So if you have any culinary questions, then you can join in on the discussion. Send us your voice notes. The number is 063-408-8863. Come through on WhatsApp, and we are here to serve. Kaylah, I'm celebrating you in the kitchen. How are we doing this morning?
Hey, I'm really awesome.
Listen, last time I remember we were playing with a lot of elements, a lot of textures, a lot of colors and flavors. It was crazy. It was like a science experiment. So more of that to come?
100%. It is confectionery. It's all a little bit sciencey. Nice. Lots of different techniques, textures, flavors. Exactly.
Kudos to the fact that you have subtly matched the hair with your sort of chef look today. I love it.
Listen, we're all about bright and colours, so we've got to fit in,
You're speaking to that mad scientist sort of effect. But let's get into it. There's a lot of fun to be had here. Absolutely. What are we doing first? Because we've got a couple recipes up on the list. What's happening here?
Yeah, so all of the recipes are on the website, but I've made some really cool things that are able to be made at home. Okay. So what I'm going to kick off with is getting our sugar syrup on because we're going to make marshmallow fluff.
Marshmallow fluff, right.
Yeah, so it's a liquidy soft marshmallow. Again, can be made at home. Recipes are on the site. So I just want to get this bad boy boiling in the meantime. And then, so what I'm going to do is, this is egg whites. Pop that in our KitchenAid.
And marshmallow fluffs to me sounds like the stuff you see in like cartoons, movies, and dreams. The fluffy
dreams.
Is it the fluffy stuff that you get to run on in your dream and then just eat afterwards?
Oh, I love that. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, wow. I think all the kids out there were like, Mom, did you hear that? Hold up. Stop everything. We're doing this.
I need marshmallow fluff. Yeah, so it's something we use quite a lot. It's coated on our hot chocolates at Rapt as well. So it really is delicious. It's probably the best topping on like a lemon meringue pie as well. So if you guys, want to check that out, make it at home.
Quick note, did you just put glue in there? It looks just like glue.
So glucose. Exactly. So that was liquid glucose. Okay. So that is going to prohibit crystals. So that's going to keep it really soft and smooth and glossy and beautiful. Right. So egg whites and glucose in your mixer. My sugar syrup is on at the moment. And that sugar syrup looks like it's boiling, sort of. Is that correct? It is boiling. We're trying to get it to a boil. Okay. So what we're actually looking for is 115 degrees. So here's my little science thing for you. Fancy. Let's just leave that in there and check where we're at. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is we're going to set up to do the ganache at the same time.
Whoa, there's a lot going on here. Right, we need to focus. Okay. So that's on the boil, so we can leave that to hit its temperature.
Exactly.
Ganache time.
Ganache time. Whoa. So all I'm going to do is just start. I've got some cream in this pot. Right. I'm just going to get that heating as well. Okay. So ganache is the basis of pretty much all chocolate work. That's our standard, and then from there we can flavor and etc. etc. So what it is various ratios of cream and chocolate depending on what kind of texture you're looking for.
This already sounds good.
So good.
Ratios of cream and chocolate.
So good.
Ratios of the good stuff and even better stuff. Put together, it just becomes incredible.
Exactly.
All right? Another question here. Obviously we have all these incredible science tools that you have with you. Something like a KitchenAid. Do we have an alternative to that, or is this really just going to be the best thing?
You can absolutely use a hand mixer. Okay. You wouldn't be able to do it whisk by hand. You'll see why, because I'm going to pour boiling hot sugar syrup over the egg whites.
That makes sense.
So you wouldn't be able to do that by hand, but you could absolutely use a hand mixer at home.
All right, okay, got you.
Okay, so I'm just letting these go to like a medium heat. That is ready. So what I like to do with this is I like to take it off and just let the bubbles dissipate a little bit before we start pouring it onto the eggs. Okay. So what's going to happen is because this sugar syrup is at 115 degrees, when that goes over the eggs, it's actually cooking the eggs.
I was going to ask you, is it just not going to turn it into like a white eggy sort of a texture?
No. It
Because of
turns
science.
into clouds and dreams.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so I do just want to give this one more second to just get to the point. Do you want to give that a little shake for me?
All right, so we're not stirring the ganache or anything, we're just kind of shaking it
around. So that
is
just cream. All we want to do is get it hot, bring it to the boil.
And already, the smells coming out of this place, I know we haven't put a lot together, but this is enough to make you want to finish this recipe for sure, because it's not just science coming together, it's great ingredients, it's good flavors as well, and yeah, a little bit extra science as well on top of that.
That's it. We're all about the best ingredients. You'll see as I go along, I've got some, you want a cool snack?
Yes, how can I say no to that when you are
So
here?
this is popping candy. So that's going to go inside our cosmic bean bar. And that is, so it's popping candy just
Can
like
I
when
pop it in my mouth like right now?
Yes, please.
Ooh, sorry, I was supposed to watch that. I'm getting distracted by all these arts and crafts. I don't know if you guys can see that. Popping candy, like the stuff you've read about in books at like Roald Dolls, Willy Wonka, Chocolate Factory. Oh yeah, it's popping out here, people. Pop, pop, pop. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to talk now. Just random pops coming out of my mouth.
Cool, right?
It really is popping in my mouth, though.
Yeah.
Is this like something you make or you find it, or?
So this is one of the specialty ingredients that we're lucky to be able to get our hands on here. So I just want to turn that off before we set ourselves on fire. There we go.
That's off.
All right.
Ganache is done. That's been added to your chocolate.
So the cream is just sitting with the chocolate. I'm letting the heat from the cream melt the chocolate. So we're going to leave that to the side for a little bit. And now we're going to start pouring the sugar syrup over our eggs.
Right,
so I've turned this down. You don't want to splash the sugar syrup on yourself. And then just really slowly, we're going to incorporate the sugar into the eggs. And
you promise nothing's going to explode right now. I feel like we're in the lab.
That's the next segment, man.
Okay, we can look forward to the fireworks and explosions later. We are just making moments of dreams come to life here, apparently. Fluffy, mellow tufts of clouds that are being created as we speak. And as we are out here, we are making cosmic bean bars. For anyone that has just tuned in, you heard correctly. This is not a dream. You don't have to pinch yourself. We are live right here. This is your Culinary Conundrum on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. And we are diving into some pure scientific goodness right now. Let me tell you. All right. How's it looking, by the way? Are you happy?
You're very happy. Okay. So that just needs to whisk a little bit so that it cools down and goes really thick and glossy and beautiful. But you can see how shiny and cool it is. Yeah, exactly.
Coming to life for real.
So in here, like I said, it's just the chocolate and the cream. I'm using a really special kind of chocolate called Hukambi.
Wait, you got to say that again. What is it called?
Hukambi.
Hukambi.
Hukambi. So
what's that about?
What Hukambi is it's a dark milk chocolate. So meaning that it's a milk chocolate, but it's got a very, very high percentage of cocoa mass in it.
Can we show that to the camera?
Yeah, absolutely. So
you guys can see that. Look how well that sort of mixes together. Obviously, we just had the cream that was boiled. So that's melting this.
That's melting the chocolate, exactly. And then from the center, you want to make like a little tornado. And you'll see how the cream gets incorporated into the chocolate, which turns into just the best stuff, the glossiest, most beautiful. You can use this for chocolate sauces, on ice cream, eat it with a spoon.
Really, just grab a spoon and
really up to you. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that looks good. All right, so we are entering the sort of end phase of this by the looks of it, because it's coming together. And consistency-wise here, is it something that is looking like it's close to it, or does it take a bit of time for this?
It takes a little bit of time, but usually I would leave it and then use it as is. But I'm not very usual, so...
which we love, and we are here for.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is...
Are you just going to light this thing up now?
We are going to... Yeah, if I can pick this out. There we go.
Hold up, people. Stand back. Flames are coming.
So what we're doing is I'm going to blow torch all of this marshmallow. I don't know. Let's see if you guys can get in here. I don't know if the cameraman
can see that, but it's just like the real thing.
So I'm going to blow torch all of the marshmallow. I do this probably 4 or 5 times as it mixes.
Oh my word.
Just so that you get that super toasty, beautiful. Whoa.
Wait, so you mix that back in again, and then you keep repeating the process.
Exactly. So then
that's naughty.
The whole batch becomes this beautiful, toasty deliciousness. So that gets layered on top of. So here's my chocolate shell.
I'm just saying, we need to just take a moment on this. Like, are you mad? Are you aware of what you're doing here? This is crazy. We're like infusing marshmallows and marshmallow tufts and marshmallow sort of like creaminess into that flared goodness. It's like crazy. This is a crazy world you've created here. I love what you're doing. This is such a great tip, but sorry, there's more steps to come. Let's move on.
Yeah, so it really is just the assembly now. So I've made the chocolate shell back in my lab where I can do cool things and paint things and decorate things. So what happens is we'll layer popping candy in the top. That's going to bring a because it's all upside down. Yes. So you'll build chocolate backwards. So whacking some popping candy. The next layer is this, which I need to pipe in there. So this is lots of different textures. I've based it off of, I mean, the childhood thing of sitting at a campfire. You know, so it's marshmallows. We've made our own graham crackers, which are like quite a salty biscuit. Yeah. So that way it kind of cuts the flavors or the sweetness of the marshmallows and the ganaches. That's also why I've used the Hukambi ganache, because it's a dark milk, so it's not as sweet as a normal milk chocolate. So we've got our popping candy in the base. Okay.
Popping candies, we're piping in all the incredible mellow mix that we've just made right now. I'm going to talk to you, Mzansi, because we are not going anywhere. We've got lots more to come, and we're going to be finishing us up so we can hopefully try it out, taste it, and you can replicate it at home. But wow, this is the Culinary Hotline Bling. Come through with any questions, any conundrums that you want solved, because we are here all morning long. Wow, I can't wait for the final result. Oh, it looks amazing. All done.
Cool. So I've done...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We missed you, and we want to feed you again. This morning, we are thrilled to have Kaylah from Rapt back in the kitchen, back by popular demand. I'll tell you, the last time it was delicious. I can still taste it. Now, she's here to share some of her latest and exclusive recipes, from the cosmic bean bars that you've seen to crack cakes. That's right, I said it. As well as later sugar-free chocolate bars. So whether you're looking for something really indulgent or maybe a healthier option, Kaylah has a little something for everyone today. And next up, we have an innovative recipe, layers of rich, beautiful chocolate cake with a cracking twist. Hello, Kaylah. Hi. Let's start off. By the way, welcome back.
Thank you so much. I love this. We've missed you. So nice to be back. Thank you.
So for those who do not know crack cakes, right, I think it's important, you know by name, to explain.
So I don't think anybody knows what crack cakes is.
Yes, thank you so much.
But so last time you saw me, we did the viral pistachio bar.
Yes.
And what you're going to see is this is going to be the next viral thing. So it's already picked up over the pond.
Okay.
And so we've made our own version. And you'll have to see what the crack is all about, because it's really something quite cool.
So have you looked at the overseas where it's gone a bit viral and said, hey, we can do a wrapped version of this? Is that what you looked at?
So I always have my own ideas. And then when I see things picking up, then yes, I'll take my twist onto it. I don't really like to do things that everybody does. So we make our own trends, right?
I know, you're a pioneer. The thing is, but it's good to be inspired, right?
Yes, there we go.
So let's talk about it. So crack cake, in its essence, give us the building blocks of what it actually is.
So it's essentially a chocolate mousse cake on crack. It is layers of...
Oh, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. Like, this is fantastic. Okay, is that it?
So it's layers of beautiful white chocolate sponge, chocolate mousse, and then something called namalaka.
That sounds like it's from here, namalaka. Eh?
Actually, Japan.
But it does sound like if someone asks you, like, how are you doing? Like, no, namalaka.
Yeah.
So, namalaka. Okay, cool.
So, namalaka means smooth and creamy. So, I like to say it's like pudding.
Yes.
It's that, like, super velvety and soft, beautiful chocolate flavor. So it's mousse
pudding
mousse,
and white chocolate
pudding,
sponge.
white chocolate cake.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. So I'm going to start assembling this bad boy, and then you'll see the
Yes,
the
please,
end
let me
bit.
see it.
So let me just open up here.
Okay.
So the namalaka we've used in all of the different things, we've used different chocolates for depending on what flavors I'm looking for. So
The
we did a
namalaka.
dark.
Can I taste this?
Yeah, please
Sorry,
do.
I just want to taste the namalaka just to see if
Yeah.
it's like that. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, I just want to taste it. Oh, you know what I like about it? It's not overly sweet.
That's it.
It's not. It's very, very good.
So
But still very familiar. Do you know what it's giving me? It's kind of giving me like a, you know, almost a hot chocolate.
yeah.
It's like a hot chocolate vibe.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving me. You know, we have a very popular, chocolate malt drink as well, Green Label. It's also giving me that one. So that's that's the one I'm talking
Oh, I
about.
quite like that idea.
You understand what I'm talking? Let's do that. Can we add that to the mix?
Yeah, there we
See,
go.
I don't know why I don't work at Rapt.
Royalties
Can you
are
just
in
like
the mail.
employ me, please?
Royalties
I'll be your
in the mail.
ship. We obviously got a bunch of voice notes that come through. Whenever somebody watches you, they're like, oh my word, how do we do this? This woman knows everything about sweets. I want to try something at home. So we'll get to a voice note in a second. In fact, maybe let's get to one now, if you don't mind, and take a listen.
Yeah,
maybe you can
absolutely.
answer.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Morning, Kayla. It's Yasmin here. I just want to know, what can you use as a substitute for glucose? Is there any other way to make the marshmallow without the glucose? Thank you in advance.
Okay, there was like a substitute for glucose question. What are
Yeah,
you
in
thinking?
the marshmallow. You
Yeah.
can make it without. Just sugar, water, boil the sugar syrup over the eggs, and you're good to go. You,
that's
you
fine.
absolutely can make it without. And the reason we use it is because we're not, in that context, eating it immediately. So I want to put something in there that prohibits crystallization so
Okay.
that it stays super soft and doesn't become sugar crystally.
I got you. So are you saying that, I mean, did you say like honey would not be a substitute, or could that actually work a little bit?
So honey is a natural inverted sugar, which
Yes.
is what glucose is.
Okay, so that could work, right?
Love this, absolutely.
That's why I'm asking you, why am I not employed at Rapt yet?
Well,
I'm just saying, but it's okay, don't worry.
I might come and steal you.
That's going to be exciting. So far, okay, in case you missed it, Kaylah's layered these beautiful white chocolate cakes, these little discs, and it's been, so namalaka, and then around that you did the mousse and then namalaka, and around. So you're making almost a lasagna.
Yeah, cake
cake.
lasagna. Yeah, exactly. So, but now comes the really cool part. So I'm going to pop on the last layer of the chocolate mousse, and then...
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, and then here comes the science.
Okay, yes, I love science.
Okay, so if I just want to grab this
What is
guy.
that? It looks like
So
liquid
this-
nitrogen. Stop it. Really? Is
Yep.
it? Is
you
it?
know I came with the liquid nitrogen. So
This is so cool.
liquid
Oh,
nitrogen,
man.
negative 240 degrees, so super,
Look
super cold.
at that.
I just need a little bit for this one. So
All right.
this is our Rapt branded stamp.
Yes, it is.
Which is going to go and live in the liquid nitrogen.
And that's going to go down to temperature, and then something's going to happen with it. I can only imagine
Yep.
where that's going to go.
So what I've done is I've tempered some
Sorry,
chocolate.
I just want to give you a bit more drama. The drama. Sorry, I just
No,
like
you
a
have
bit of-
to.
I like a bit of drama. While we're doing this, it's got to be mysterious
Don't we all?
and dramatic. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Continue. So now, is that
So
what it looks like? Is that tempered chocolate?
This is
Okay,
tempered
cool.
chocolate, exactly right.
All right.
So just gonna grab a little bit.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
So
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are we going to make a cap?
pipe a really
on
thin
this.
layer on the top.
So you do a cap for the crack cake. That sounds like bars right
That's
there.
where the crack comes in.
That's...
So
Oh, so that with a...
give this
okay.
a good shake. And,
And
then
then?
with our super freezing cold stamp, give it a stamp, and there we go.
That is so cool. And can I just see something?
Yeah.
Look, I want to show you this. That over here, if you look at this over here, no chocolate on there because of the temperature,
Because
right?
it's freezing,
that's,
exactly.
That's the science behind it.
Science.
Stop it, I smack it, I like it, I need it.
Right?
That is it. And then, how do we... Okay, finish
So
product.
here's the finished one. And this is exactly how you'll get it at Rapt. There we go. And now
Are we going to do it?
Crack
Okay,
it
so
open.
hold on. So I want to do this for you because also with a bit of mystery as well. There we go. Fantastic. So I'm going to do this for you, only for you because I love you. Don't forget that, okay? So, are you ready?
So ready.
Honestly,
Are you ready?
I don't think I am. It's going to be a good time. All right, so spoon goes down in 3, 2, 1, and we crack. And then, of course, we push this all the way down. And we lift that all the way through. So we get all of the layers. That's the type of layering you're looking for. Look at that.
That's it.
I'm going to show you the layers. Do you see that there? That layer sponge, namalaka, bayalaka, as well as the mousse. Can I try?
Please do.
Thank you so much. This is how you wrapped things up on your Feel Good Breakfast show on the Culinary Hotline. Well, not really, because we still got some things to do over here.
We do indeed. Still some more cool things.
Like the sugar-free.
So we do everything. We've got to have an indulgent option, but then you still want to indulge and have a healthy option, and that's what we're about at Rapt.
I honestly can't say, I wish the nation could taste what I'm tasting. I feel like the government of national unity should have this at the next sitting. This is how you bring people together
yeah.
with Rapt Indulgence. This is fantastic. If you want the recipe, go to Rapt Indulgence. In fact, we'll probably pop it up onto the website for you. But that was an experience. If you want more, stick with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast show. That was, wow.
Thank you. I'm so glad you love it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for being here on S3. Well, this morning we are so thrilled to have Kaylah from Rapt back in the kitchen, third time around. And if you've just tuned in, you came at a good time. Because if you're looking to satisfy your sweet tooth without the sugar, then stay tuned because Kaylah has one more recipe in store for us. It is a rich, flavorful chocolate bar that's completely sugar-free. Now, those two sound like oxymorons to me, Kaylah. I'm very surprised to see that we can even have something look beautiful and taste as good.
Absolutely. So it's something we're working really hard on at the moment because we've created our own bean-to-bar chocolate called Minimalist, which is absolutely sugar-free. It's made with 2 ingredients only. It's the cocoa mass and caramelized milk powders.
Oh.
So what we've done is we've used the roasting method of the beans is so particular that we've managed to bring out sweetness in the beans without too much bitterness.
Okay.
So that's what we're working with. So with that chocolate, I've created a layered experience, just like the other bars that I'm doing at the moment, but so that everybody can enjoy them. So this one is based on hazelnuts. So sugar-free hazelnut, it's actually one of my signature recipes.
I love a nut with chocolate. Like, that's the ultimate for me, personally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nuts and chocolates are best friends, and also from a texture perspective. So I've got 2 different kinds of nuts that I'm using today. So I've got my hazelnut paste. It really is just hazelnuts that we've ground down in the kitchen.
Wow.
Easy to make at home. And then toasted flakes almonds.
Yum.
So
Smell that. Oh, that smells divine.
So I've
got
just
a melted chocolate.
I've just melted some chocolate over a double boiler. You can see how beautiful and glossy and beautiful
Lovely.
it is.
This process that you spoke about to minimize the bitterness and increase some sweetness, is it on lock? Is it a secret? Is it your...
So, yes.
Essentially, yes.
Yes, exactly. I do love to share my tricks. That's why all of the recipes are on the website. But there's a few you got to keep to yourself, right?
Come on.
Okay, so into the chocolate, super easy, the hazelnut paste. And that you're going to mix together and incorporate really nicely. Thank you.
It's already smelling so good in the kitchen.
Yeah, this really is beautiful because there's only 2 ingredients in this chocolate. It's got like a super chocolatey flavor. There's no nonsense in it.
Yes.
So what else could it actually...
Wait, would this still be considered a milk chocolate? Is it moving into the dark chocolate realm?
That's the best question. So it's a milk dark. Dark milk. So because we've used caramelized milk powders, that makes it a milk chocolate, but it's still a 60% cacao.
Right.
So it's a dark milk.
Okay, and that's in the middle.
Yeah, and that's something really, really special. Okay, so into your hazelnuts and chocolate mix is a whole load of toasted flaked almonds. This is one of my kind of signature recipes that I've been making my entire career. So
so we know it's good.
Yeah, and you can make it with any chocolate. Milk dark, I wouldn't do a white, but in milk chocolate, yeah, that is my signature and one of our most popular items at Rapt as well.
Could you customize this and add other things, not nuts necessarily?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to want something that's a little bit fatty. So that's why you'd use like a nut paste or something like that. Because from a textural point of view, you don't want the chocolate to set too hard.
Right.
So you do need some sort of paste or something fatty in there. You could even use like a coconut oil if you really wanted to. But the main thing where you'd want to play is with the inclusions. So I just use the toasted flakes almonds, but you could put anything in there. You could put cranberries and other dried fruit or sweeties or really whatever you'd like. Okay, so that's done. We would start building our bar. So I just wanted to show you guys how the kind of process goes.
Yes,
so this is a mold that I decorated back at the factory.
Beautiful.
So you see how chocolate is built backwards. So we start off with decorating, then we'll create a shell like this.
Lovely.
So just the empty cavities, and then we'll start adding our fillings into there. So I've got some cream on the stove. I just want to heat it up again.
Sure.
And then we'll make a beautiful sugar-free ganache as well.
Oh my, it keeps getting better and better. Oh my goodness.
So this is our minimalist chocolate.
Okay.
So I'm just going to break up
I love
a
how
bunch.
everything's got like a pattern and a vibe to it.
Absolutely, you can't be boring.
Yes.
Be memorable, be exciting.
Intentional as well.
That's it.
I'm here for it. How do you even come up with these recipes, Kayla? Oh my gosh, were you good at science at school? Like,
not at all.
Oh.
Like, not even at all. It's something that comes with time and a lot of speaking to people. Like, what do you really like? What are you looking for out of a chocolate? And then, of course, I really like to eat. So what are the things that I couldn't find that I want to make?
Right.
And then you can experiment and go quite far with certain things, but then you still got to have the favorites.
Of course, the classics.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't go wrong. All I'm saying is that you're making a lot of people happy with what you're doing. So thank you for your contribution to humanity. Chocolate really, it makes the world go around. Like, let's be honest.
Really
okay,
does.
So this is the ganache.
This is the ganache. So again, the basis of all chocolate work. So it really is just chocolate and cream. So you'll pour your hot cream over the chocolate, let the heat of the cream melt the chocolate. While that's sitting and doing that.
Do we mix these together?
I'm going to let it sit for a minute.
You let it sit for a little bit.
But yeah, I mean,
and then
you can go.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So where we'll go first is start layering our bars. I'll just do the one. I've got other ones that have already set over here because you need the fillings to set separately before you add them together. So this would have to be hand filled because of the texture of the nuts.
Right.
You're not able to pipe it in like the other fillings.
I like that. It adds also that like homemade touch to it.
Yeah.
Your love gets poured into it, you know?
You couldn't have said it better. Really, that's what we believe in. Everything made with all the love.
Yes, intention and love is on top of your list.
There we go.
Yeah, Freddie. You can taste it in the chocolate, believe me. We've had the pistachio Dubai one, and I wanted to take the whole thing home, but I couldn't be selfish. I mean, everyone had to have a bite of it. Today, though, I might just... Especially these sugar-free ones, because there's no limit, is there?
No, you can have as many as you want. There you go, because there are no additives in this. So you do get sugar-free chocolate, but it's sweetened with sugar alcohols.
Right.
So things like maltitol or xylitol and things like that. This is pure indulgence
without the guilt.
Exactly.
Love it.
So there you see the beautiful...
I didn't know ganache was made so easily.
So easy, right?
2 ingredients.
People are so scared of working with chocolate, and you really don't need to. Chocolate, I always say to my guys, you're allowed to be nervous, but you can't be scared. Because chocolate knows when you're scared. And chocolate is the boss.
They're like kids or even animals. Come on.
Exactly.
Here's a question quick.
Yeah.
Diabetics, is this okay for them?
Yes.
Because it doesn't have sugar in it, right?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
well, we're speaking to you right now. If you are diabetic, diabetic, go to Rapt. I mean, why are you wasting time? You're seeing the goodness we're creating. And if you'd like to get this recipe in particular, it will also be available on expressoshow.com. Kaylah, okay, the ganache also gets added into the mix as well.
Ganache gets added on the top, pop it in, and then you'll add your final layer of chocolate.
Yes.
And then demold into that beautiful guy.
And look at it. It is glossy. It is shiny. I do want to taste it. I don't want to break it. Like, what do I do? I'm going to break it. I'm going to take a bite. Okay. Do I just...
Go.
We're going to do it.
Go for it.
That was not a TV bite. Dark chocolate, I get that. I'm a dark chocolate fan. I hate talking with my mouth full, but here we go. It's got some nuts in it. The texture's really good. The creaminess of the ganache as well. Come on, Kaylah. I feel like you've ticked all the boxes there.
Thank
and
you
then
so
also
much.
looks pretty. Like, we eat with our eyes first, don't we?
That's it, but you can't just be a pretty face. You got to taste good as well. So I'm really glad you like it. Thank you so much.
I love it. I don't just like it. This is so delicious. Where can we find you online? Where can we find you in person?
So find us at Rapt, which is 39 Batencumber Street in town. And our Instagram handle is Rapt Indulgence.
Lovely. Give them a follow. Make sure that you head over to Rapt Indulgence if you are in the mother city. Or just book a flight and go to Rapt and enjoy this because it is so good. I might just eat this whole thing just for myself. And then the rest of the boys, I don't know what they're going to do. But let's see. Let's find out what's going on that side.